Original, girl, you want a replica? No. Smoothie, no regular, regular. No. Make it for real, I'm pretty from my cellular. No. You won't say you hot. No.
Oh, Lord. If I told you how much work it took to sit down and do this, I don't think that you guys would believe me. Okay, let me just catch my breath. Let me just catch my breath and put my belly, tuck my belly in my shirt. It's a combination between the nerves and the baby brain that's really making it extra difficult for me to do this, but I've done this before and I can do this. My name is Christina. I am revamping my YouTube, bringing it back in 2025. I have been pushing myself to do this for the past 3 years, and I have been not consistent. I have not been consistent, but I really like the community that is forming on YouTube, specifically around first-time moms and motherhood. And now that I'm going into my first-time mom and motherhood journey, I'm really even more wanting to push myself to get in front of this camera and film, hoping that filming this and pushing myself to film this content will not only create like memories that I can have for a really long time and share with my future baby, but also like build a community of people who are going through the same experiences as me. I am currently 32 weeks pregnant. We are in the 3rd trimester, and this is about the time when people start nesting or getting the urge to nest, or just seeing all over the internet that this is when you're supposed to start getting ready for a baby. Because technically, although I really hate to say it, baby can come at any time in the 3rd trimester and be absolutely fine and healthy. You know, the internet is putting a lot of pressure on women to make sure that they are preparing for a baby starting as early as 32 weeks. If you started before then, more power to you. I think I started getting things around 25 weeks as well. This video is specifically what I'm going to call the ultimate nesting guide. Every single thing that you need to prepare yourself for a baby to come, with a couple disclaimers. So the first disclaimer is that this is something that I created for myself because I did not find it online, and if I did find it, it was behind a paywall, which I think is ridiculous. But you know, I just wanted to create something that was in one place, fully comprehensive, and it is a little personalized to my experience. We'll get into that in a second, but I'm hopeful that me sharing it with you will create an opportunity for you to find what I couldn't find. 2, I'm a very type A person, okay? I like to have a list. I like to make sure that I'm very prepared. It's partially because I'm really organized and mostly because I have severe anxiety. And so one of the things that make me feel good is controlling the things that I can control. And this is absolutely something that I can control. So I'm controlling the heck out of it. If that's not you, please do not feel like this is what you need to be doing. You don't need to do any of this. You can do whatever you need to do. There's a lot of information out on the internet about, you know, first-time moms, baby necessities, things like that. Even more minimalistic versions of this. So please don't think that you have to follow me in any way, shape, or form. But if you are like me and you are preparing for baby to come and you were looking for something that was completely comprehensive, then this will definitely be for you. And my very last disclaimer is going to be, you are already doing a good job. Whatever you have, whatever you're getting ready to get, whatever is coming, whatever makes you feel good, whether it makes you feel good to just wait to see what you will need, or if it, you know, makes you feel good to prepare ahead, you're already making the best decisions you can make for yourself and your baby. So please stick to your intuitions. Don't feel pressured to get anything that I've gotten or do anything that I do. Really know what's best for you. I'm so excited. Okay, I hope this is going to be helpful. I really think it is going to be helpful. All of the things on the internet was extremely overwhelming to me, but I really needed something that was just clear. What do you need for his clothing? What do you need for food? What do you need for this? I needed something that was like literally outlined to the T, because I felt like even if I was to play around with the list, I was still looking for a list, something that was extremely clear. I went into ChatGPT and I typed in full comprehensive list for new first-time mom of everything that you're gonna need for a baby. And it pretty much chunked out this full newborn baby's essentials list that go over clothing and bedding, diapering, feeding, health and safety, sleep, travel gear, postpartum care, and any additional items. So when I say this is a comprehensive list, this is a comprehensive list. Okie my freaking camera died. So we're gonna start from the beginning. I almost gave up, okay? I'm gonna be honest. I almost gave up on filming this. I did film it on my phone for TikTok, but I really want this to be for YouTube, so I'm not gonna quit. The first category on this list is clothing and bedding. Now, I pretty much got everything on this list. I got a good amount of onesies, a good amount of sleepy pajamas. What I see on the internet is they say things like, don't buy too many newborn clothes because your baby's gonna grow out of them fast. But then I also see people say things like, my baby wore newborns for 8 weeks and I'm glad I had a bunch of options because I didn't feel like doing laundry every day. So I'm kind of in the middle. I got a good, as you can see literally right here, I have a good amount of everything in pretty much every size. I will be purchasing maybe 1 or 2 more sleepers with the zippers in newborn. And I also will be purchasing 1 to 2 of the sleepers in preemie, just in case I have a smaller baby. All this stuff could be donated if he doesn't fit it, or shared with anyone that's having a baby in the future, just like many of the items that I received were shared and gifted to me as hand-me-downs. The next category is diapering. So actually the one thing on this list that I did not get is a diaper pail. The reason why I didn't get a diaper pail, and again, this is another 50-50, but the reason why I did not get a diaper pail is because I just feel like it's another garbage can. Now, my apartment is relatively small and my bedroom is pretty close to the door, and we also have a balcony. So I feel like at the end of the day, worst case scenario, the bags that are filled with poop can literally go on the balcony until we can take them out to the trash. But the trash is literally on our floor. Each floor has a trash room. So I don't think it's going to be anything for myself or Aaron to just literally walk to the trash room at the end of the day and throw the poop bags out. I didn't want to have to buy special garbage bags. We already freaking forget to buy garbage bags for our garbage can in the kitchen all the time because it's just something that you either have a lot of or you have literally 0 of. And then I also didn't want to have to buy another garbage can. There's a lot of information out there on what diaper brands to buy. I was gifted some Pampers. I'm sure some hospitals keep Huggies. Like I'm really interested in trying a couple of different diapers because you just don't know what's going to work for your baby, sizing wise, comfortability wise, skin wise. The diaper brand that I'm leaning most towards, because I think it's clean. I think it's a little bit, it's the most affordable clean brand of diapers for me, and that's going to be Millie Moon. And the wipes that I'm leaning towards are the Honest wipes because I've heard they're really durable, and you know, the same, you know, but I have, like I said, I have been gifted wipes in different brands. I'm going to use them. Okay, we're not going to waste a thing in this house. They're going to get used. And then like all the other things like the diaper rash cream and the diaper bag. The diaper bag is a sensitive topic in this house because it took me forever to pick a diaper bag. I can't even begin to talk to you about that because I literally have one coming in the mail from Amazon because I just could not decide what diaper bag to get. And so I just went with one from Amazon and to see how that goes and to try that style. And maybe when I get it, we can unbox it and talk about it. The next category is feeding, which includes breastfeeding and bottle feeding. So I still haven't purchased nipple cream, but I heard Lancino is really good and I probably will be purchasing that. As far as formula is concerned, I will be getting 1 can of formula, although it is not my goal to formula feed my baby. My goal is to breastfeed and or exclusively pump. But I will be getting 1 can because I did hear online that, you know, you just never know what could happen and it's good to just have the can on hand. As far as birth cloths is concerned, I just got a pack from Amazon. I did decide to do a bottle warmer and a bottle sterilizer / washer for convenience. That's it. That's it. It's for convenience. I know some people say, oh, you want your baby to get used to having regular room temperature milk or cold milk, or I got it. I bought it. I think it was going to be really helpful. I also like the idea of having a separate place to wash and sterilize my bottles, as opposed to just the pots and pans that I use to cook with and things like that. I just like to keep it separate. The breastfeeding pillow that I did go with is the My Breast Friend pillow. I got a lot of wonderful recommendations about that. And then the breast pump that I decided to go with, I actually have 3 different pumps. The first one I have is the Spectra S2. No, yeah, the Spectra S2 is the one that you don't need to be plugged into the wall to get. It is a hospital grade pump. And they recommend getting at least 1 hospital grade pump. And I did get that one covered by my insurance. So if you want some information on how to do that, I can link it below. The second breast pump that I got gifted is a hands-free. It's a Mom Cozy M5. And then the third breast pump that I got is a more manual one. And it's the Haka. I got the Haka for, you know, a lot of people use it to go on the other side. And, you know, again, I'm a first-time mom. I don't know what's going to work for me, what's not going to work for me. My goal is to exclusively pump, which is why, I got gifted a lot of these wonderful things. And I put a lot of energy into planning and thinking about these options. But that's just what I decided to do. The next category is health and safety. As far as thermometer is concerned, I always go the route of a rectal thermometer because those electric ones can be a bit unreliable. For nail clippers, I actually do the electric nail clippers, not the ones that you clip. Because, I just couldn't, I don't want to put no extra pressure on myself to not cut my baby. And then baby shampoo, we got a couple different options of baby shampoo and body wash. There's so many out there. I think I would land on starting anything that is like fragrance free and then working your way up to introducing something that has a little bit more of the baby fragrance. Infant car seat and stroller, we did do the Nuna and the Nuna mix everything. And then for baby monitors, we actually went with the Nanit. The Nanit for me gives me a sense of security because it has the waistband that will track the breathing, but it's not so excessive like the Owlet or the Owl sock or whatever it's called. Because I felt like I was just gonna, again, I have anxiety. I felt like it was just gonna make me overly dependent on it, and so I didn't want to just be having unnecessary panic attacks or false reassurance or any of those things when it comes to my baby's sleep. So I chose not to do that, but I heard wonderful things about it. And then pacifiers, I think we went with the Philips Advent Soothe pacifiers. And that's it, because we want to try that first, and then we can always change it up when the baby gets here. Because again, much like bottles, you don't know what pacifier your baby's going to like. So we'll try those, and if it doesn't work, then we'll try another one. Next category is sleep. So we actually went with all 3 forms of sleep. And I know this is going to sound nuts, because what do you mean? But we have a pack and play out in the living room for what we're going to call living room naps, right? We want to make sure that like when we do, our plan is to do shifts. Me and Aaron's plan is to do shifts, and obviously to get help from family members. We want the bedroom, when someone is in here sleeping, to just have everything that you can do in the bedroom, you can do in the living room, which is why we decided to do the pack and play in the living room. So we can change the baby on there, we can put the baby down to sleep on there. So we don't really need to come in the room to disturb the other person when they're getting their rest, whether that's in day or night. We also got gifted a bassinet, the Maxi Cozy bassinet. It is, I already know it's going to be great because it's going to be great. I could see it. I was so grateful for it. That's in our bedroom, and that's actually next to our bed. And then we also have a crib. We did not put the crib up though. The crib is going to be, it was on our registry. We are going to be moving in a couple months, and we do know that the baby does grow out of the bassinet fairly quickly. So the crib is for when the baby grows out of the bassinet. So we got all 3. We're nuts, I know. The fitted crib sheets, I got those off for Amazon. And the sleep sack, I did do 2 types of Swaddle sleep sacks. I did the Velcro sleep swaddles. And I also did the arms up sleep sack. So only swaddle for the first few, I think, months or so, or something like that, I heard. And then once they get to like once they get to the 3 months, they then can go in something like a Merlin sleep suit. So I didn't get too crazy with the swaddling or the sleep sacks because they grow out of them really fast. And once you get to that 3 months mark, you know, they don't use them anyway. So we just got the bare necessities there. The next one is travel gear, and the baby carriers that we decided to go with, we were gifted as well, and it is the Baby Bjorn one. The next category is postpartum care for first-time moms. A lot of the stuff in this category I actually didn't buy yet. Why I didn't buy it is just because I just didn't get around to getting it yet. Only 32 weeks at this time, but I will be building a postpartum bathroom cart. But all the things on this list are totally worth getting. I shouldn't even have to explain the faja to anybody. If you know, you know. A faja is on the list. And then the last category is additional items to consider. So I definitely leaned in and bought a couple baby books. I got some really good ones too, from my local bookstores here in Portland. There are like so many great local coffee shops / bookstores. So I got some really good inclusive ones. I absolutely bought a baby swing and bouncer. We went with this Graco swing, and we went with the Baby Delight bouncer. Everything on the internet says do it, and we did it. And then I was actually gifted a wipe warmer, but we're gonna use it if we got gifted. So that is really pretty much everything on this list. There are some other things that I'm not gonna talk about today just because I haven't got to getting them or started thinking about those things. So I hope this is really, really helpful for you. Thank you for sitting here and listening to me talk. You know, I really am grateful. Okay. Bye.